Girani. About 3 years ago, I was diagnosed with Parkinson's. It started about a year after I had already been diagnosed with cancer. So I said, so this is the way it's going to be? I had found it funny in cancer. Cancer should come with a secretary. But I hadn't found the funny in Parkinson's for a while. So I went onto YouTube, typed in funny Parkinson's, found a video of somebody with Parkinson's sitting at a grocery store checkout counter, scanning the items. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've got a tremor in my left hand. If I scan items across a barcode scanner in the grocery store, they stutter, and they ring up 3 or 4 times. So you saw customers with their eyes all wide, watching their items being rung up 3 or 4 times. I think playing pranks like that is mean, but it was funny to watch. So let's talk about make-up parenting. When you get to be an adult, you can make up for the things your parents didn't do for you, the things they didn't give you, places they didn't take you. So I'd like to talk about bicycle, train set, and Xbox. So bicycle. A few years ago, a friend of mine invited me over to his house to show me his brand new bike. He was so proud that he could hardly stand it. I said, well, that's a really nice bike. And he said, you don't understand. He said, I grew up in an orphanage. I learned how to ride a bike, but I've never had one of my own. This is my first bike. He told me later, he rode it twice. And that's kind of like winning the lottery, going out and buying a Ferrari, driving it to the grocery store once, and parking it in your driveway. Or buying a Ferris wheel, setting it up in the backyard, and riding it once. But that little kid inside has a great big grin on his face. So train set. So when my husband was growing up, he always wanted to have a train set, but he thought that's too expensive to ask for, so never asked for one. Finally, as an adult, he told his father, you know, I didn't want to ask for a train set, but I always wanted one. And his father said, you know, that's too bad, because I always wanted a train set, but you never showed any interest, so I didn't get you one. Oh, yeah. Xbox. So when our kid was growing up, he wanted one of those expensive video game stations. And I just thought that was too much money to put into a toy and not a good lesson for a child, so I refused to get him one. A couple months ago, I was talking to my kid and his wife and his son. He bought his son an Xbox, and his wife blames me. Thank you. I'm Carol Covin. You can find me on Facebook and YouTube. I've written a book, Who Gets to Name Grandma? 40 stories about how the grandchildren should be raised. Advice from mothers and grandmothers. Easy read in an evening with a glass of wine. Available at Prospero's and Amazon. Thank you. Woo!